On the 13th of December 2022, the previously claimed crypto genius and former CEO of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, who also goes by the alias of SBF, got arrested by Royal Bahamas Police Force. SBF had become a household name in the crypto industry. He was known for his astute business skills and talent for making successful investments. But SBF's success story didn't last long. After it was revealed that SBF had committed securities fraud, he was arrested in the Bahamas. This shook the crypto world and left investors wondering what would happen next, or if they were going to get their money back. Hello, and welcome to Coin Engine. Today we'll look at SBF's criminal charges, the impact of FTX collapsing, as well as SBF's current status. So stay tuned as we take a glimpse into SBF's story and how his arrest caused such a shockwave in the crypto world. Sam Bankman-Fried, the former CEO of FTX, was arrested in the Bahamas on the 13th of December and is currently being held in a Bahamian jail pending his extradition to America. This morning, a federal indictment was unsealed against SBF for mail and wire fraud and money laundering, among other crimes related to a scheme that cost billions of dollars. For so many weeks, people were demanding or were just wondering why Sam Bankman-Fried wasn't in jail already. Previously, it felt that the hefty donations FTX made to major politicians were coming to SBF's aid. But the house of cards finally fell down hard with the arrest of SBF. SBF is likely to get extradited to the USA soon. He was supposed to get presented in Congress for questioning, but before his appearance, SBF got arrested. This surfaces a lot of questions, as this is an attempt to stop SBF from being questioned, or if it was a planned move by SBF himself. This is for sure that SBF now has to answer the questions, and even more, answer them directly without any more shenanigans. After the FTX collapse, Sam Bankman-Fried didn't choose to live in exile. In fact, he went on a public spree by joining podcasts, giving interviews to news channels, joining live discussions on Twitter, and many more. It was an attempt to showcase that SBF was innocent and he hadn't committed any crime, but this, in turn, quite backfired on him. Famous YouTuber CoffeeZilla got successful in actually making SBF commit that he did violate the terms of service of FTX and then used customer funds for risky trades without their consent. We watched a lot of his interviews, and one thing that came to our understanding was that SBF was media trained to never actually answer a question, but to throw off the question to another question and just play roundabout. Whenever SBF gets any question, he starts stammering and saying nonsensical things like, "It's my best guess," "I don't have the data," and others. But he took a grandstand on his claim that he didn't commit any crime, and all the money which was lost, he didn't have any idea. Concerns are being raised over regulations of such companies after being found out that FTX accounting was being done using QuickBook, a famous accounting tool used by small businesses. The utter failure of management ethics in FTX shows how big of a risk the billion-dollar crypto exchange was for their investors. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan charged Sam Bankman-Fried with 4 counts of wire fraud and 4 counts of conspiracy to launder money and commit commodity, securities, and campaign finance fraud. From 2019 until earlier this year, Bankman-Fried and his co-conspirators stole billions of dollars from FTX customers. SBF used that money for his personal benefit, including making personal investments, purchasing millions of dollars worth of properties, and to cover expenses and debts of his hedge fund, Alameda Research. According to the attorneys, the whole fraud was in motion from the day one of FTX opening, and the whole crypto exchange was a Ponzi scheme from the start. Bankman-Fried allegedly misled FTX customers so that he could get their money to make bets on the stock market, fund venture investments, buy homes, donate to politicians, and favor his top executives. Alameda Research was quietly essential to the scheme, according to prosecutors. The hedge fund would trade with customers, operate as a funnel for venture investments, and store crypto assets that customers thought were on FTX. For years, Alameda would rely on customer money to play the markets, funds that would increasingly be used to prop up Bankman-Fried's own businesses. If SBF gets convicted on these charges, he may face several different sentences, which can, in turn, become a life sentence, similar to what happened to the notorious Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff. Well, let's hope SBF gets what it deserves to have such a large amount of cash being vanished. And we also hope that the investors who lost their money can get some answers. That was it for today's video. How many years do you think SBF will be behind bars? Or do you think that there will be no jail time for the infamous genius? Let us know in the comments below, and keep watching Coin Engine.